The last thing I want to share it says in this week's portion, literally it says, Savid Bnei Yisrael v'amata lehem, speak to the Israelites and tell them, it korbani lachmi leishai. The Creator as if is saying to Moses to tell the Israelites, my sacrifice, my bread, lachmi leishai, to my fire. Lereach nichot, the Creator as if is asking, give me some bread to my fire. Hishmeru le'akrib li b'moadot, make sure you bring this sacrifice in its time. Now, most of us know, and hopefully we're all meditating on this, the Ari, I won't go into the details because I'm assuming we've all learned this. The Ari says that during these 3 weeks, which began on the 17th of Tammuz until the 9th of Av, which is a time that has the potential, chas v'shalom, for judgment, this special meditation. We know that the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Tetragrammaton, is the conduit for mercy, the conduit for the complete revelation of the light of the Creator. But there are 3 names that are related to that name. Tet Daled, Hey Daled, which is, if you take each one of the 4 letters of the Tetragrammaton and you go 1 letter before, so before the Yud is the letter Tet, before the Hey is the letter Daled, and so on, you come to a new name, Tet Daled, Hey Daled, which represents the 4 letters that precede the Tetragrammaton. And they are a name by themselves. But what they represent, and it's important to realize, is they are a clothing upon the Tetragrammaton. So the Tetragrammaton is the perfection. Tetragrammaton is mercy. Tet Daled Hey Daled is when the Tetragrammaton, or the light of the Creator, is not revealed. The second name, Chav Vav Zayin Vav, which is if you take the letters after the Tetragrammaton. The letter after Yud is Chaf, the letter after Hey is Vav. Chav Vav Zayin Vav is the letters that come after the Tetragrammaton. Again, they are more of left column, but again, they are an indication of the Tetragrammaton, or the light of the Creator, not being completely revealed. Then there's a third name, Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik, which is without going into the details, a way of when you take the letters in the alphabet and you go from the first to the last, you transform the Yud into Mem and so on, and you wind up with the name Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik. And the Ari says that in the first 3 connections of the Amidah, you have to meditate that the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Tetragrammaton, shines its light into the Tet Daled Hey Daled, for instance, in the first blessing. The second blessing, you have to meditate that the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Tetragrammaton, shines its light into Chav Vav Zayin Vav. The third blessing, you have to meditate that the Tetragrammaton shines its light into Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik. What's the purpose? It's important to know the purpose. I know most of us know these meditations, but I'm not sure if most of us have clarity on the purpose of these meditations. Rav Ashlag often explains that the only problem, the reason, as Rav Ashlag explains in the introduction to 10 luminous emanations, the only reason why there's ever any confusion, doubt, pain, suffering, and death is because we do not have clarity of the light of the Creator. We see something happen, and we think this can't be the light, or this is not the light of the Creator. When an individual sees the light of the Creator in everything, but really sees the light of the Creator in everything, that's the Tetragrammaton. That's when the light of the Creator is revealed. Rav Ashlag uses the example. There's a concept in the Zohar and the writings of the Ari of Achoraim. When you see somebody, even somebody who you know, if you see them from the back, then you're not sure who they are. If you see them from their face, you know who they are. So, what's going on during these 3 weeks is that there is a greater prevalence of things occurring that seem not to be the light of the Creator. In reality, of course, it is the light of the Creator. But that's the battle of these 3 weeks. Do you see for instance, in the words of the Kabbalists, you see the combination Tet Daled Hey Daled, which means it's not exactly the creator, it's maybe somehow connected, but not really the creator, or Chav Vav Zayin Vav, it's not really the tetragrammaton, it's not really the creator, or you see Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik, it's not really the creator, it's some other form, but it's not actually the creator. Or do you see the creator? What's the purpose? What's the meditation behind saying, I am now sending the light of the tetragrammaton into the Tet Daled Hey Daled, or sending the tetragrammaton, the light of the tetragrammaton into the Chav Vav Zayin Vav, or sending the light of the tetragrammaton into the Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik? What you want to do is say, I want to make sure that I only see the light of the creator, that I don't see any of the levushim, I don't see any of the clothing around the light of the creator, I don't see any confusion around anything except the light of the creator. That's the purpose of these meditations, to reveal. Because when the tetragrammaton is revealed, when the light of the Creator is revealed, when you don't doubt anymore that everything is from the light of the Creator, then it's mercy. Then there isn't judgment. Judgment comes from what? When an individual says, I'm not sure this is the light of the Creator. When an individual says, I'm not sure that this thing that just happened, or this thing that's going on, is from the light of the Creator. I see a levush, I see a clothing, Tet Daled Hey Daled, a Chav Vav Zayin Vav, a Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik. The purpose of the meditation is to inject so much of the real light of the Creator, of the clarity of the light of the Creator that is indicated by the Yud Kei Vav Kei, by the tetragrammaton, that the levushim, the clothing, which are the Tet Daled Hey Daled, or the Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik, or the Chav Vav Zayin Vav, they no longer exist, because the light of the Creator is clear. So now that we understand the purpose of these meditations, is again, the purpose is to really blow away these clothing, that the tetragrammaton is revealed, so we don't have to exist within the realm where the light of the Creator is concealed. This then also is the important work of the 3 weeks. More important maybe than any other time of the year, we cannot allow a thought that this is not the light of the Creator. I'll give an example. Something happened tonight. I was with a student at Rabbi Meir Balanes in Tveria, in Tiberias. And as we were making the connection there, I was literally whispering to him and explaining to him a little bit about the soul of Meir Balanes. There was a guy there praying relatively loudly, much louder than I was talking, and he turns around and he says, don't you see I'm trying to pray here? Stop talking. And so the first thought is, of course we're in Israel, you expect it from Israelis. But the first thought, of course, is not this is the Creator, right? This is some guy who's trying to stop me from explaining to somebody and make a connection to Meir Balanes. But in 3 weeks you can't go there. In 3 weeks you have to say, even though this guy looks like an idiot, this is the Creator talking to me. Maybe other time of the year you can have this conversation in your mind. Is this the light of the Creator? Is this not the light of the Creator? During the 3 weeks you have to push yourself to make sure you only see the tetragrammaton. Because again, what does it mean? If I see this person as not being the light of the Creator, I'm seeing maybe a Tet Daled Hey Daled. I'm seeing a clothing. And maybe I know somewhere in the back of my mind there must be something from the Creator here, but it's not actually the Creator talking to me, right? It's the Creator in a clothing. Maybe it's a thick clothing, a thin clothing, but it's the light of the Creator concealed. That's Tet Daled Hey Daled. That's Chav Vav Zayin Vav. That's Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik. But during the 3 weeks, what's the work? To not see any clothing. To say, no, absolutely, in 1 second, I know this is absolutely the light of the Creator. And this is perfect, and this is whatever, for whatever reason, the cleansing that I need, or whatever I need right now. This is the light of the Creator. There is no clothing here. There is no confusion here. There is no doubt. So yes, we do the meditations for this purpose, but we also have to live it in action. During the 3 weeks, we have to see the tetragrammaton with clarity. Again, in everything that happens, because that's what removes the judgment. Because again, if you go through something, the smallest, stupidest thing, or something even bigger, and you say, consciously or unconsciously, this is not the light of the Creator, then what you're saying is that the light of the Creator is concealed. And that thought makes the light of the Creator concealed, and that thought allows, chas v'shalom, dinim, judgment to manifest. Conversely, if you're pushing yourself, especially during these 3 weeks, if you say, I do not have a choice but to see the light of the Creator revealed, to see the Yud Kei Vav Kei revealed in totality in every moment, then that thought removes judgment, because that thought, where the light of the Creator is completely revealed, there cannot be any judgment. So now we understand, not only is this a consciousness and meditation that we need to do in our connections, but it's also how we must live our lives during these 3 weeks. To reveal, that's what's called revealing the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Tetragrammaton. The Tet Daled Hey Daled will no longer exist. The Chaf Vav Zayin Vav no longer exists. Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik no longer exists. It's just the Yud Kei Vav Kei. It's just the clarity and complete revelation of the light of the Creator. That's the meditation, but it also has to be real in action, which means in these 3 weeks we cannot see anything but the light of the Creator. We cannot even see, okay, I understand that this is 60% the light of the Creator, but this 40% that's really still bothering me. No, not during these 3 weeks. During these 3 weeks, we convince ourselves, we push ourselves to this consciousness. I only see the Tetragrammaton, which means that everything that occurs and everything that around me, no matter how crazy it might seem, no matter how wrong it might seem, during these 3 weeks, I cannot afford to see anything but the revealed Yud Kei Vav Kei, the revealed light of the Creator. There's a beautiful quote from Rav Ashlag, which the students often bring, which is that if you really love somebody, if you're really connected to somebody, you recognize them even from the back. And this is what Rav Ashlag says about our connecting to the light of the Creator. If you're really connected to light, how do you know if you're connected to the light of the Creator? If there's nothing that confuses you. If there's nothing that you say, oh, is this the light of the Creator, or is this just some idiot trying to ruin my day? Because if you had that thought, then you're not recognizing the light of the Creator from the back. It's true, it's from the back, right? When the Creator is giving you blessings, which is called the revelation of the front, everybody recognizes people, even people they're not so close to, from the face. But if you're really connected, if you really love somebody, even from their back you can tell who they are. And this is the work of the 3 weeks. The work of the 3 weeks is to reveal the Yud Kei Vav Kei completely, remove the clothing, the levushim, because judgment only resides where the light of the Creator is not revealed, when there's light with a clothing. How do you make sure there's no clothing? By not allowing anything occur in your life, be consciously in your mind anything but the light of the Creator. And by doing that, you reveal the Yud Kei Vav Kei completely, you remove all the levushim, you remove all the clothing that hides the light of the Creator, and you remove all judgment. And therefore the Kabbalists say, Ki al ken bayamim halalu, in these days, zman shlitat hadinim, when judgment is given the ability, chas v'shalom, to manifest. V'hamelech kivyachol mistater belevushav, the light of the Creator in these 3 weeks is there, of course, but the clothing becomes stronger. Ulazeh hastarat Hashem hanichbad b'chilufei atvan, and therefore again the names that are conduits for light during these 3 weeks are Tet Daled Hey Daled, Chaf Vav Zayin Vav. Again, these combinations that are not exactly the light of the Creator. And therefore the negative side has some attachment, has some ability to manifest. And therefore you have to concentrate and meditate to pour the light of the Tetragrammaton into these 3 levels of clothing, the Tet Daled Hey Daled, the Chaf Vav Zayin Vav, the Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik. Pour the light so strongly into these clothing. And when the light of the Creator shines completely without any clothing, and the light of the Creator, we will allow the light of the Creator to be revealed without any clothing, then all the forces of negativity, all the forces of judgment will be removed. And this explains a verse that we say in the Aleinu. We say, we say that we desire to see the glory of the light of the Creator revealed. And therefore the next verse it says, because when you come to this gilui panim, when you come to this clarity of the Creator in everything, which is when you shine the Tetragrammaton completely, then all the negativity, all the forces of negativity are destroyed. All the forces of negativity cannot come to you. But as long as the light of the Creator is not revealed completely, then chas v'shalom, the negative side can come in. So we choose during these 3 weeks whether the light of the Creator is completely revealed or whether the light of the Creator still remains concealed, and allowing an opening for chas v'shalom negativity to come in. This, he says, is the secret of the verse, Korbani lachmi. The word lechem in Hebrew is a numerical value of 3 times the Yud Kei Vav Kei, 3 times the Tetragrammaton. The Ari says, when we say that verse, lachmi leishai, my bread to the fire, In the word Leishai, we meditate to burn away all the forces of negativity. And now we understand, how do you burn away the force of negativity? Through the lechem, through the 3 times Yud Kei Vav Kei, the 3 times Tetragrammaton. During these 3 weeks, we are given. This is what the Ari gives us. He gives us the tools to burn away the clothing that burns away the forces of negativity. So you do it in meditation or in the prayers, but probably more importantly, you have to do it in your meditation in life. If you spend 3 times a day meditating on the Tetragrammaton, shining completely into the clothing that is the Tetal, the Heidal, the Chav Vav Zayin Vav, or the Mem Tzadik Beit Tzadik, but then during the day you keep seeing them, you keep giving them power. No, I don't see the light of the Creator in this. I see a clothing here. This maybe is a little bit of the light of the Creator, but there's also somebody here who's just annoying me. Then the work that you're doing in your meditation and the connections is almost for nothing. Because the purpose of the meditation is to be able to manifest it in life. And if you have to do both during these 3 weeks, you have to make sure that, yes, you're meditating on shining completely the lechem, what's called the 3 tetragrammatons, into these 3 clothings. But your desire is, I do not want to see clothing. I want to see the complete revelation of the light of the Creator. And then in life, everything that happens during these 3 weeks, everything that happens during the 3 weeks, you have to make sure I only see the tetragrammaton. I only see the complete revelation of the light of the Creator in here. And then when you do that, and you burn away all the forces of negativity. This is the work called Bani Lachmi Leishai. Use the 3 tetragrammatons for what purpose? Leishai. Through that fire, the 3 tetragrammatons is the fire in which you burn all the forces of negativity. So we're given the ability during these 3 weeks. We're given the ability, both in meditation, the great gift that Ari gave us, and in action, in life. And if you do both, the Kabbalists teach, those who truly desire the light of the Creator can connect to the light of the Creator even more strongly during these 3 weeks than any other time of the year. Mezat Hashem, may we merit to understand this, may we merit to do these meditations, but more importantly, may we merit to live this revelation of the light of the Creator. Again, during these 3 weeks, we really have to tell ourselves, I don't have a choice. Maybe other times of the year, I can try to decide, is this a bad thing or a good thing? Is this light of the Creator or just some idiot? During the 3 weeks, we can't afford to allow that opening for judgment, to allow that opening for negativity to still enter. We have to see completely clear the Yud Kei Vav Kei 3 times, the Lechem that burns all the forces of negativity. And if we do these meditations and we live them, then these 3 weeks can be the time of the greatest light for our soul and for the world. Shabbat Shalom.